Good morning, everyone. Good morning, girls. So nice to see you. I'm excited to be able to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about a day in the life of me. My name is Thymai Dong, and I work at E3 Alliance here in Austin, Texas. And I work as the Director of Community Solutions. And I'm going to tell you a little bit later in the video what that means exactly. But for now, I just wanted to show you this is me sitting in my office. And you can see behind me, typically we all have about 2 computer screens here. And it's very quiet in the office today. For one, it's spring break. But the other reason is because we actually have been working remotely for a year now, as you know, because of something called COVID that took place. And so we've all been collaborating virtually, remotely, using something called Zoom, which you may be very familiar with. But I wanted to start out the video by just showing you, at least typically, this is what my office would look like. And again, you can see behind me just sort of the environment in which I work. It's a really great place to work at. And you'll learn a little bit more about what E3 actually is when you hear from our president and executive director. But for now, let me just go into sharing with you what I do as Community Solutions Director. All right, but to do that, we're actually going to switch from physical in-person office to now my remote space. Are you ready? All right, let's do that. All right, hi everyone, I'm back. So now I have transitioned from my physical workspace to now my remote workspace at home. And you can see my office behind me. It's very nice and serene. I love this space, it's cozy. You can see a laptop in the background. That is something that's issued by my company that I can use for work. I also have a personal laptop back there. So whenever I want to just relax on the couch and do some work, I can kick my feet up and do that and feel a little bit more comfortable. As I said before, we're still doing a lot of collaboration, even though we're working remotely. And I think at this point, it's getting in the details of what I do in my role as the Director of Community Solutions. And with that, I actually created a video for you to explain that. So it's actually a video within a video where you get to learn about my role, and then you get to hear from 3 other departments that I work with at
Hi friends, I'm back again. I made these really cool slides for you using a cool nifty tool called Screencast-O-Matic. I hope you enjoy. So you can see on the screen, I'm responsible for 3 main things as a Director of Community Solutions with E3 Alliance. I work with our Pathways of Promise Steering Committee, make sure that advanced math pathways are accessible and equitable for all students. I work with our task force and the Central Texas region around attendance, making sure that we do what we need to, what is necessary so that students can attend, commit, and engage to their learning and graduate on time. And then I work with the English Learners Collaborative. It's a collection of directors in the region who are responsible for English learner students, and we just want to make sure that those students also have access to Excel as well. And so if you ask me on a typical day what that looks like, I would show you this. I check my emails. We're always getting tons and tons of emails from people that we work with, so it's important to respond to them in a timely manner. I meet with the E3 team, whether it's as a large group, a large organization, or in my smaller teams. I'm always thinking about ways that I can be better and do better in my work. And last but definitely not least, I just love to connect with our partners. I really enjoy that collaboration piece. Here's an example of someone I recently collaborated with, Saul Paul. You might recognize him. He's a local Grammy nominated artist, but he teaches me this important lesson. It's so great to just be able to show up, show out, shine, and repeat in my work because I want to be the best at what I do. And if you want another example of someone I get to collaborate with, meet Carrie from Pflugerville ISD.
Hey again, Austin girls. My name is Carrie Sewell. I am the Attendance and Student Welfare Specialist for Pflugerville Independent School District. I work with Thymai on the ACE Task Force, where we are hoping to support and improve attendance within the Central Texas areas. If you are looking for a job in education, you would appreciate my job because I get to collaborate with so many people in a school district in a public setting.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, Carrie. If you haven't noticed by now, collaboration is the key, my friends, in working in the community, and working with others is absolutely the best part of my job. And speaking of working with others, you now get to hear from my colleagues. You're going to hear from Susan, who is our President and Executive Director. You're going to hear from Letty over school transformation, and you'll hear from Kaci Kai. I'm not sure why Kaci doesn't have a picture on her website yet, but we need to fix that. So you'll hear from Kaci, who is our Visual Communications Coordinator. After you hear from them, I'll be right back with you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Thymai. Hi, I'm Susan Dawson. I'm a business entrepreneur turned social entrepreneur and now the founder and president of E3 Alliance. I started E3 Alliance 15 years ago to drive real systems change in education at scale. Thymai asked me to tell you a little bit about what I do day to day, and every day is pretty much crazy for me, but I'll go over a little bit of what I've done today in my home office that, as you can see, has my whiteboard and the windows outside and my messy desk, and this is where I do my work now that we are all doing it via Zoom. So I started the day this morning by giving a speech to a national audience on systems change. I reviewed a bunch of resumes for a new research director that we're hiring. I had a one-on-one with a board member who had some concerns about her relationships with different partners, and a different one-on-one with a different board member who wanted to come up to speed because she missed our board meeting this week. I reviewed a few contracts because I'm the person who signs contracts for E3. I started writing a grant proposal on some research work that we're doing. I met with our research team to design a new project that we'll have starting up soon. I met with a former superintendent and a current superintendent about a joint project we're working on pre-K enrollment. And then I also talked to TEA about some data work that we're doing with them. So pretty crazy. And in between that, I got about 250 emails. That's typical for a day that I have to figure out how to sort or reply to or just delete, and about 20 texts. So it's pretty crazy, but it's amazingly rewarding because we together are driving real systems change in education, and because I get to work with such amazing people who are so passionate about this work, like Letty.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Maynard, and I am Director of School Transformation on the Transformation Services team. Our team works directly with school leaders to ensure all students succeed. My role on the team is service coordination and established partner lead. Part of my job is to make sure delivery of all services to school leaders is successful, which means I have to make sure that both our team members and our school leaders know when and what services, such as workshops or coaching sessions, they will be participating in. This includes managing timelines and accounts of our established partners. Lastly, I also assist in some direct coaching of school leaders and participate in our Zoom workshops, which are always really great to be part of. Now, here's my colleague Kaci to explain her role at E3 Alliance.
Hi there, I'm Kaci Kai. I'm the Visual Communications Coordinator at E3 Alliance. What that basically means is I design and write and create all kinds of communications and graphics for all of the needs within E3 Alliance. So I'm really excited to show you what that looks like in my day. Okay, so first thing up today, I'm going to be working on a graphic for one of the teams here in E3 Alliance where basically what I do, a big part of my job, is to take good notes on my graph paper and make these little doodles that I am basically like translating what their ideas are into beautiful graphics. So I take my little sketches, my little doodles, and I make them into fun, usable digital art that people can use in their presentations, in their emails, on their website, in any number of places where it really helps to have a visual for whatever it is that we're trying to communicate. Okay, graphic has been shipped off to that team. Sounds like they're really happy with it. And now it's time to switch gears. And I'm going to be working on the e3alliance.org website. We're adding a new page on our site around policy. And so I'm going to be taking some of the graphics that I've created in the past. You can see this little fun thing. And putting it actually into the website. Working in WordPress here, getting the website all nice and beautiful so that it can look like this. Ponytails up. That's how you know things got serious today. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. It was really fun showing you a little bit about my world. I love working in communications. It gives me an opportunity to tell the stories of all the amazing work that my coworkers are out there accomplishing every single day. Thanks again. Thymai, back to you.
All right, friends. Well, I think that wraps it up. That was a day in the life at E3 Alliance. I hope you enjoyed learning about what it's like to be on the Community Solutions team, yours truly, what it's like to be president and executive director of a nonprofit organization. I hope you enjoyed learning what it's like to be on the Transformation Services team and on the Communications and Community Engagement team. We enjoyed hanging out with you, and if you want to learn more, there is a link that you can go to learn more about me and my colleagues and what we do at E3 Alliance. Until next time, I wish you all the best luck as you find that inspiration and career that ignites your passion. Take care. Bye.